All right. So this is going to be the very first episode of the Itty Bitty Podcast. Welcome to the show. I'm very excited to get this stuff going. My guest this week is actually going to be my co-host on a weekly show that we're going to be doing outside of Itty Bitty Podcast. It's called Choice Nugs Only, so it's a weekly music breakdown. So this week is going to serve as kind of an intro into both the Itty Bitty Podcast and then Choice Nugs Only. So it's going to be a little bit of a crossover event. If you're into comic books at all, that's pretty common for that type of thing. So I wanted to kind of do that to get people into the show and kind of explain it and make it easy for people to digest both shows. So I'm going to tell you this about 1,000 times. This is not a podcast about our podcast. This is the Itty Bitty Podcast. It's anything but, and it starts now.
Welcome to the Itty Bitty Podcast. It's the Itty Bitty Podcast. It's the Itty Bitty Podcast. The Itty Bitty Podcast.
All right, so welcome to the Itty Bitty Podcast. This is officially the first episode that's going to air. We've tried this a couple times. We fucked it up a couple times, but we're finally here. We finally made it. This is the first episode. My guest today is my co-host on our other show, Choice Nugs Only, Mr. Carson.
Yeah,
that's his first
me.
name, Carson.
Mm-hmm.
Do you care if your last name's up there?
I don't care, dude.
Carson Winkle. So Carson Winkle is my guest this week, and he's also my co-host on our other show, Choice Nugs. So we're going to talk a little bit about what Choice Nugs Only is. It's a podcast about music, basically. We're going to talk about music each week, new releases that come out, and kind of go from there. So it's going to be a fun show that we're going to we'll get into it a little bit more, but I haven't seen you in a while, so this is the first time we've podcasted in a little bit.
Yeah.
And you haven't heard the Wu-Tang story yet.
No, you started telling me the Wu-Tang story,
bit, but we were gonna save it for
yeah,
this.
yeah, for the first real episode.
Yeah, it's kind of painful. It's kind of a traumatic first show to start off with. It's
So-
kind of on a bummer.
So from what you've told me, you and your girl were going to Wu-Tang, and you guys were getting drunk all day, and then you show up to Wu-Tang, and then what happened?
We did get drunk all day.
Okay.
So we went in and we were like, this is kind of too early. We took the ferry from Bremerton into Seattle to see them. They were playing at WAMU Theater.
Right.
Fuck the WAMU Theater, by the way. So we took the ferry, and we're going across, and I'm looking at the time, but we're having our first drink. My mistake was I started with an IPA.
Okay.
And I don't really drink IPAs, and I haven't been drinking as much as I used to. I used to drink way too much. Now I try to keep it to like once a week, trying to get my workouts in and stay healthy and all that shit. And so start on the ferry, get over there around 4:30. I have my first IPA around 3:30. So we're crossing over, and I say to my wife, I'm like, we probably we gave ourselves too much time.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime you make that realization in your head, you're like, fuck, this is going to be a long night.
Yeah.
So we get over across the water. We get there. We're like, we got to go eat. We had some tater tots or something on the ferry. So we decide we got to go eat. And we get to a bar in Seattle, get some food in us, have another round of drinks. So at this point, the show starts at, I think, 7:30 is when they start letting people in. So have a couple rounds of drinks, go to another place. We hang out for a little bit, and now it's time to get ready to go into the show. So I'm super excited. I got tickets right when they first came out for the Wu-Tang thing. I got my wife excited. We were watching the Showtime documentary about Wu-Tang, so she was learning all about it. Super pumped to go. And we get inside, and it's right about when the first act's supposed to go on.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I'm feeling good, and I probably should have stopped. I should have been like okay,
cut yourself off right there.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, you
can't
do
outside.
that.
I should have smoked outside. If I had smoked outside, it would have been good. but I did do that. So get my drink. I get Hennessy and cranberry, and that just probably wasn't a good idea either. But we were having a good time. I was very excited.
Yeah.
We get inside, and the other part is one of the barbers at my shop was there.
Really?
And so I ran into him, and I'm all drunk, and I'm asking him to smoke weed with me and shit. And he's like, no. Like he's all
like
embarrassed.
in here, no.
Yeah. And so he kind of brushes me off, and I just grabbed a joint, pulled it out immediately because I was very excited again. And, you know, I'm like, it's Washington. And somebody had told me as long as you smoke in there, you'll be all right as long as, you know, you go into the crowd. So I see people smoking everywhere. There's clouds everywhere.
Yeah, so you're like, I'm in the clear. You're
I'm
fine.
good. So I spark it up, and I don't know what I was thinking, but my wife told me that she tells me this the next day. I put the joint out, light it, put it out, and then light a bigger joint. And almost immediately, somebody's touching my shoulder. Sir, can I talk to you? So they take a walk with me, and I drop it kind of slick, like I'm cool.
Right. Like you're like, joint? What joint? You ever
Yeah,
had a
but
joint?
they do what was going on. So they come up and they say, well, you have to have two witnesses, and we both witnessed you. So you got to go. I'm like, you're kicking me out? They're like, yeah. My wife's like, he doesn't even get a warning? They're like, no, you can stay, but he's got to go. And, of course, my wife's not going to leave me. But,
Right.
I mean, if she did, then
That'd be shitty.
it'd be pretty shitty, yeah. I would find out who she was that night. So they kick me out, and at this point, I'm like in such disbelief. I'm like, you're going to kick me out of a Wu-Tang concert for smoking weed?
Of all the things,
you're
for
gonna give me a
smoking
warning?
weed.
And I'm like, you don't even have proof that I was smoking.
Mm-hmm.
So they take me out, they give me to the cops, and they walk me out. And as I'm walking out, for whatever reason, I yelled, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah.
So that was like
Thinking
the most
you were hard.
Yeah, that was the most of it. WAMU Theater ain't nothing to fuck with. Apparently,
Yeah.
they kicked my ass out. So I get outside, and we're talking to the cop. The cop, I'm like, you know, he's telling me, go make a complaint to the manager. You know, probably aren't going to get your money back. And I'm just getting more and more mad. So when I was younger, I would just fly off the handle, break shit, you know, act like an idiot. But I'm trying to be less of an issue for my wife.
Mm-hmm.
So I was mad. But so the way I took out my frustration, there was like cones and those stupid bikes that they rent out. And so I was politely walking down the street and like pushing them over. They're not pushing them, but placing them sideways, like on the ground. So I went through and I did that. And my wife's just following me up the street, she's like, Perry, you got to stop doing this, Perry. And on the third one, she's like, Perry, you need to pick this one up. So I picked it up. I like placed it down and picked it up. I was so mad. And if I wasn't like, that's the thing. I didn't even drink that much. I mean, I had a few drinks, but I'm such a lightweight now.
And you were just pissed off.
And so I was pissed, yeah. And then I was just sad after that. We got on the ferry, and like we had pictures before and after. I'll post them or something. Before and after, I was so happy on the before, and then on the after, it was just
like this is fucked.
Miserable. I was so sad. So we missed out on that, and I was pretty bummed. But it was kind of my fault. I mean,
Just a little bit.
just a little.
But
bit.
you weren't an asshole about it. You gently picked the bikes up.
I'm
and laid
sure I
them
was
down.
more of an asshole about it, but yeah, I placed them down because I wasn't trying to get in trouble. I'm like,
Right.
I know I'm not going to jail for this shit, but I want them to know how mad I am. So
Right. You're like, I'm not getting arrested tonight, though.
I just placed those stupid ass city bikes right on the fucking ground. So
Wow.
yeah, man. So let's talk a little bit about the Choice Nugs name. We talked about it when we were doing the thing. Do you remember what it was from? Do you remember what the name comes
Like,
from?
where you got it from?
Yeah, well, how I came up with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily a weed podcast. You know, we're just picking like the best new music. What are we doing?
We're gonna do a weekly breakdown. Of the
Okay.
music.
Alright.
My co-host, everybody, we're catching him.
I'm
up.
super.
He's learning on the fly too.
I'm super informed. I've done all my research clearly.
No, but I got the name for everybody thinks it's a weed podcast because it's called Choice Nugs Only. But the name Choice Nugs Only came from an episode of Eastbound and Down where he says he's talking about burning him an album. And he's like, I'll burn you some shit, but only the Choice Nugs. So I just wanted to clear that up, episode 1, so people know that that's where the name comes from. I'm unoriginal and I stole it from a show. So
What's his name in that show? Fucking Kenny Powers.
Kenny
Yeah.
Powers, yeah. I think it's his buddy though. His buddy says it to him. He's like, I'll burn you some shit, but only the Choice Nugs. So I was like, that always. So anytime I've burned a playlist or something, I would call it Choice Nugs Only and shit. So
Yeah. So we're only going to be talking about the Choice Nugs.
yeah, just because I don't want to talk about shit we don't like, you know.
No.
Well, we're not going to sit there.
Like
and
we're not
complain.
going to sit here and just bitch about shit we don't like. We're going to recommend you the Choice Nugs.
Yeah, and you've got to definitely have a different taste than I do. Probably, you
Oh,
probably
absolutely.
listen to entirely different shit than I do. So that should be interesting too.
Right.
How's your summer been going? I haven't seen you in pretty much all summer, right?
Yeah,
I've been
pretty much.
fucking
Like
busy.
we've recorded some throwaway podcasts in the summer, but
We'll
that's,
release those eventually for pay. Somebody's gonna have to pay. For
yeah.
it.
If you ever make like a Patreon or
there
something,
we go.
yeah,
On the same page right there.
hell yeah.
What
But
you been
no,
doing?
it's been pretty good. You know, a lot of work.
Just getting it in with the boys.
But yeah, getting getting it in with the boys, chilling with the boys. I don't know, man. I've just been kind of living. 4th of July was good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How's that?
Went out to the beach with the boys, of course.
Which beach? Or nobody's gonna know which beach it is, but.
Yeah, I guess. No, Ocean Shores.
Oh yeah, okay. I figured that so they did fireworks out there and shit.
Yeah, but I got off work at like 10 o'clock,
Ooh.
and it was like an hour drive out there, and I had to go to Walmart and pick up some stuff to take out there. So I get out there at like 12 o'clock.
You get everything you need at Walmart for 4th of July.
It's the most American way to do it. You go in there and get yourself some motor oil and some whiskey and fireworks, and you're good to go, brother. 12-pack of Busch Light. But no, we went out to the beach and all the fireworks were done. So it's just me and the boys drinking on the beach.
Nice.
And we're just hanging out. We're having a good time. And we're about to leave, and the fucking cops pull up behind us.
Ooh, shit.
And we're like, why are the cops here? We didn't do anything wrong. You know, we're all of age.
Right.
And they get out, and they're like, hey, is that guy over there with you? And he points to some dude just laying face down in the sand. And we're like, no, we didn't even know he was there. What the fuck? I know he's not with us. And they go over there and they start trying to wake him up, pick him up. They're like, sir, do you know where you are? You know what you're doing? He's like, huh? And I don't know if he ever like actually talked to him, but no, they just picked him up, put him in the car. Don't know
Put
if
him
he
in the drunk tank, probably.
either that or drove him home.
Fourth
If they
of
were cool
July.
about it. Yeah, 4th of July, man.
We got tickets to, it was like you got a buffet. It was like $20, I think. So it was a buffet. You got front row seats to the fireworks at a country club. And it was like all you can eat food. I think discounted drinks, but it was pretty good. It was like
Yeah.
we were right up on it. And then when you left, that was the best. Is you just pulled right out because I wasn't trying to fuck with the traffic
No.
with all that shit. And then recently we just went to a hippie festival. I don't want to say the name because we were doing stuff that we're not supposed to. So it was a hippie festival that I just recently attended.
you would never imagine of doing illegal activities. You never think of
Once a
doing that.
year, man.
Once a year.
I'm a business professional the rest of the year. And again, these are all like just my opinions and shit. It's not. It's just stories.
Mhm.
These allegedly.
Yeah.
We did
And
allegedly did
only
some
a
stuff we
fool
weren't
would take
supposed
the
to do.
stories here as fact.
Yeah, yeah. But this is our 3rd year, and I like, you know how like sometimes a rookie, they have their first year that they think they're gonna do well, and then they kind of shit the bed, and then their second year, a little sophomore slump again, and then they out of nowhere they're like, boom, this is my year, 3rd
Mhm.
year.
Just on it.
That was kind of me this year.
Okay.
I was all out of control. I was having way too much fun. I started a little biker gang, with the bicycles. Somebody brought a bicycle, and they had lights attached to it.
Uh-huh.
So I was riding around the forest at night, all fucked up, and had a blast just riding around. I did probably 15 trips the first night on this pink flamingo bicycle.
When you say trips, what do you mean? Like
Just like riding the
Just
bicycle,
riding
because
around.
you have your campsite where you stay, and the bicycle wasn't mine, and every time the guy would roll up with the bicycle, I would jump on and just fucking cruise out, dip out, and take a little spin and take the bike around. So the first night we took it kind of easy. We had a little bit of Molly, and we fucking there's some lights, so we just kind of chilled, and then as you go on, I mean the next day. We had some mushrooms, and so I had some mushrooms, and that was the day I was just the bike king, man. I was fucking
You're the bike
flying
king.
around on the bike. I was all over. I was giving people rides in a wagon. That's when I fucked up my back. We called it the Chariot.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah, man. This is all
Like a
in
Roman
one
chariot.
weekend. I had all this. It was like I lived like 4 lives in one week.
Like 4 different Perrys existed that weekend.
Yeah, man. We had our Amelia Earhart first journey. We made it like halfway around the campsite, and then we just kind of sputtered out and didn't make it any further. But it was fun the first time. And then what else? So you ever drank White Claws?
Yeah, dude.
I'm
No
kinda
laws
all
when
over
you're drinking claws.
Yeah, man. Things got real weird. So I started the weekend on Truly, and by the end of the weekend, I was just a White Claw guy. You know,
Yeah.
I was
White Claw's the superior drink,
White
man.
Claw or die. Somebody in our group was like, "So what if we just, instead of just saying that we had hands, we would just say that we could have claws, and then we're just like, that's it. That's how we live from now on." I'm like, "That's fucking genius. We've got
Fuck
claws
yeah.
now." So. And then, but this, the hippie fest, it's not just all like running around doing drugs like an idiot, but everybody's nice to each other. I was making sure everybody had water. So like, I tried to make sure that strangers had water if it was hot or like, so it was fun. We had a good time.
You're just being a cool guy.
Yeah. My wife doesn't do any of that stuff. So she just looks at me like an idiot, like make sure I don't die. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We smoked some weed and fucking chilled. We have these pools.
I like how you said smoke some weed.
I know,
all
said
quiet.
it quietly, but I'm
But
like,
you're
yeah,
like, oh, I'm
we're
doing
on-
Molly and
doing
mushrooms.
Molly, the
and-
acid,
Like,
just
who
fucking all
cares?
fucked up. But yeah, we did a little bit of acid. That was like my second time doing it, and the first time was pretty scary. This time was like, I refused to let myself have a bad trip, so I was just running around with my shirt off like an idiot.
It's like
dancing in
when
the
you were
bar.
peaking, were you just like, I'm having a great time. I'm having the best fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, well, it just came on like these people gave us like a Sour Patch Kid, and I ate them, and I wasn't really feeling it. I felt it a little bit, and then I took like another hit later on, and that was when I was like all over the place. But it didn't. I was just I was never. I don't think I actually like peaked or anything like that. I just was kind of running around like a psycho, having fun.
Hey, as long as
My
you're having
shirt off
fun, man.
in my crocheted shorts.
In your crochet
That
shorts.
shit was fun.
Yeah, you
My
showed me
crochet
those
shorts. Yeah,
right
man.
before we started.
Yeah,
Those are
and
good.
The other thing that we were talking about over the weekend. So I thought this was a normal thing. Are you in a relationship? I forget.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to. Didn't mean to put you on the spot, but so me and my wife, one of the things that I do, and I talked about this at the fair. So, and people looked at me like I was kind of weird. So sometimes what I'll do with my wife when I'm trying to make her laugh or something is I'll fart, like if it's a deep fart, and I'll fake an orgasm, but like full body faking orgasm. And I was asking people like, does anybody do this? And they all looked at me like I was a fucking weirdo. So I'm just trying to get some
I've never
confidence.
heard that before in my life.
Full body fartgasm, never.
Have I just been missing out my whole life?
I mean, she's still with me. It's been years. She's probably not going to be happy that I'm talking about this right now, but she laughs. She thinks it's funny. I mean,
Hey, that's what's important, right?
yeah.
Get her
What do you-
laughing.
What do you want me to do? It's funny. It makes me laugh. But you have to like get a deep, like you got to get your foot shaking, twitching, and make like uncomfortable noises.
Like
and
you have to
shit.
commit to it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you really have to commit to it. Otherwise, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Just faking an orgasm like a weirdo.
Like a fucking psycho. That's funny though.
Speaking of psychos, we always seem to talk about serial killers. Have you watched any serial killer documentaries lately?
Oh, I saw the one about Ted Bundy that came out not too long ago.
The movie or the documentary?
Not the Zac Efron movie, but the new documentary that came out.
Dexter, go to your bed.
But,
My dog's a fucking asshole.
No, that was good. I don't know. I'm weird. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like just learning about serial killers and
I
like
mean,
what they did, why they did it. Mostly why they did it. You know what I mean?
I mean, you saw the drive out here.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's kind of a sketchy place, man.
I mean, the thing that I think about is how many serial killers do you think you've come in contact with?
That's weird to think about, man. I mean, in my profession,
Day to day.
I've spoken to not a good amount of them. I can't say that, but I've spoken to one convicted serial killer.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know? Yeah.
They just
I mean-
dead in the eyes, or they look
Yeah.
like a normal person?
No, he's such a nice guy, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I can say who it is legally,
I
but
wouldn't. You don't.
but
have to.
yeah,
I believe you, bro.
like yeah, no, he's a super nice guy, super helpful, you know. Never been a problem, but I guess.
But they'll fucking kill you.
But they'll
first
fucking
chance
kill
they
you.
got.
Exactly. Like you can't trust them.
Have you been keeping up with Comic-Con at all? Switching the subjects a little bit.
Yeah, only a little bit. I've never been to a Comic-Con.
Well, I'm just talking about like the trailers and shit that are coming out.
Huh.
There's a lot of new shit coming out.
Like what? Hit me with it.
They just Marvel has all their shit. I don't know. You're not that big into Marvel though. They just announced like a new Blade and What If,
cool.
which is like what if fucking not Superman, it's fucking Marvel. What if like Wolverine stuck his claws up his ass or something? Like it's just what it could be. What if
some
whatever.
normal stuff.
Yeah. And yeah, they just announced a bunch of shit out of San Diego. So, and then Jay and Silent Bob has a reboot trailer just came out.
Really?
So that's
okay.
They're hella old now.
Of course. No, I love Kevin Smith movies though.
Yeah, I like Kevin Smith movies. That was
Clerks was good. Mallrats was good.
Yeah, Clerks was a good movie.
Jay and Silent Bob, of course.
Yeah, but they're doing the reboot. I'm pretty excited about that.
Nice.
But, yeah, I've been kind of keeping up with a lot of that shit coming out of there.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been against Marvel stuff. I don't like avoid it, but I've never been super into it either. Like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I've seen maybe half the movies. I still haven't seen Endgame.
Yeah, they've really gotten good lately. I mean, they were all right before, but they've really started to get pretty fucking good lately. Fuck, I was just gonna ask you something, and I completely lost my train of thought as soon as I blew that fucking hit out. I'm very unprofessional right now.
Clearly, dude. I mean, we can't even work together if you're gonna act like this. I mean, I'm just gonna get the fuck up, walk out of here. No.
Well, I mean, you're the one who's cleaning up fucking cat piss, all right? You want to talk about cat piss or something?
Jesus, dude. Yeah, owning cats is great. Yeah, my parents have 4 of them.
Four fucking cats? That's borderline like that's a borderline cat issue.
Yeah, I know. Right. And they love every single one of them like they're children.
Like more than you.
So, way more than me.
And more than your siblings?
Absolutely. More than me and my brother put together. Damn. But no, they're all in Hawaii, and I'm still here working. So, yeah,
redheaded stepchild,
living the dream.
Can you say redheaded stepchild?
I don't know. I don't know if that's PC anymore.
I'm probably gonna get. I mean, nobody's listening anyway at this point.
No.
They're like, who the fuck?
No, what audience do we have?
We were probably better with the static, I think. No, I'm just. Yeah. I'm going back to Boston in like 2 weeks. So we got a trip back east. That's always fun. The food is so fucking good. I'm so excited for pizza, and I'm gonna just eat a bunch of stuff.
Is Boston pizza better than Washington pizza?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Oh, you said that with some attitudes. Yeah,
not attitude, but like, and I'm saying that too. My wife's gonna be coming home with Papa John. What is it? Not Papa John. Papa Murphy's the one that you make your own pizza.
Yeah, you got to put it in the oven yourself,
and it's still expensive. It's like, why are you charging me so much for a pizza that I have to make? That's kind of bullshit.
Dude, I know our lives are so hard.
It's ridiculous.
Like a third world citizen putting it in the oven.
Put it in the oven, and then I have to wait 12 minutes. Like I have fucking 12 minutes.
Dude, what the fuck?
Like I'm some asshole.
You think we have 12 minutes? We're busy fucking guys.
Jesus Christ. This fucking
I know.
podcast has gone off the rails already. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, fuck, man, I had written it down, and I just let's just kind of wing it here. What else should we talk about?
I don't know.
I feel like we're only like 15 minutes in, and we've got like these. I always write shit down because I think it'll be helpful, and then I just burn through it like almost immediately.
And then you're just like, what the fuck do we talk about?
What the fuck can we talk about?
I don't know.
Keep people interested in this goddamn podcast. Have you still been working out and shit?
Yeah, man. I went to the gym today.
What have you been doing?
I did shoulders today.
Shoulders.
I was gonna say squats, but I did that yesterday.
I did some shit today that was like, it fucking sucked. I do that daily burn. I don't know if you've ever heard of daily burn.
Yeah.
They're not a
like
sponsor
you
or
do it
anything
at
like
home,
that.
do it on the TV.
Yeah, so I do that just because I live way too far from the gym. If I did, like, I would not go to the gym if that was the case. And I've been doing it for like 2 years. I try to do it every day. But I did one today, and I was just like sweating. I'm like, why am I fucking sweating so much? And I've been doing a lot of yoga and stuff too, so I've been liking that a lot. That
Doing
stuff's
some yoga, man. Yeah.
I mean,
Namaste
when
and shit.
when I like pulled my back out when I was riding people around on that bike, um, I was good after like 2 days. I mean, I bounced back pretty quickly after that, so I was pretty happy with that.
Nice.
Yeah, my mouth is still not recovered from like chewing on it from doing all the fucking Molly over the weekend. Feels like I was giving Captain Crunch a rim job.
That's terrible, man. That's too much.
I know. I know. You remember like how that shit made you when you would eat Captain Crunch, it would fuck up your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how my mouth feels. That's why I wasn't trying to be obscene for no reason.
But I always loved Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries, my favorite cereal.
This is tasty. What is this? What's so tasty?
Dude, I don't know. Read the tube.
Go read the tube. I don't know. Blood Diamond. Tastes good.
Blood Diamond, dude. An African child died for that.
Oh,
right there. Dude, that's why it tastes so good.
But no, the reason I was asking about the Marvel movies was because I saw Spider-Man Far From Home a couple weeks ago with my wife.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say any spoilers or anything like that. I'm not going to talk about it. But after I saw it, I was convinced like I had spider abilities. So the whole weekend we were at that fair. Somebody threw something to me, and I was like fucked up at this point. It was small. I forget what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't even look. I put my hand up and caught it. One hand.
Wow.
And so I started saying, I was like, good thing I saw Spider-Man Far From Home this weekend. And ever since then, every time I would do something like even a little bit athletic, I was
Spider-Man.
Good thing I saw Spider-Man Far From Home. So by the end of it, people were just kind of irritated with me. But I thought it was funny.
That's
That shit was
hilarious.
funny, and then we just watched Stranger Things. You've been watching Stranger Things?
You know, I should because I like Stranger Things, but I haven't even seen season 2. Like I saw season
1.
I saw season 1, thought it was great, and then I started watching season 2. I made it like 2 episodes in, and then I don't know. I just never picked it back up.
I feel like season 3 was better than season 2, but I mean, you have time. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
They're not going to get that's like a Netflix original, so I think you'll be good.
It's not going anywhere.
I know you're making time for video games.
Oh, all the time.
What have you been playing?
Man, I've been playing a lot of PUBG.
PUBG still? You're
I'm
back
still,
on PUBG?
Still playing PUBG. I mean,
I thought that would catch on and get bigger than it did, and it just never got.
I mean, PUBG made battle royales popular. That's why, everybody has a game mode for that now. But Fortnite, man, Fortnite really came in and took over. That's where all the money went to. I mean, PUBG made a lot of money, but Fortnite's got the whole, children audience as well as the adults.
I took over for like Minecraft.
What do you mean?
Like people play.
Like do people still play Minecraft?
Well, yeah, I feel like it's kind of like, don't you build shit with Minecraft? I never played. I played Fortnite once.
Oh,
and I got my ass kicked and I was over it.
Yeah, I mean, I never got into Fortnite really. I played like 3-4 games, But yeah, kinda. Like you break some shit down and it'll give you resources like wood, brick, and steel, I think. And then you can build structures on the fly with that. So like if you want to get better position on the enemy, you can build like a tower really quick. And oh shit, I hit the mic.
Don't fucking do that shit.
And dude,
you're already on thin
I'm
ice
thin
with the
fucking
cactus.
ice, bud.
Jesus
Strike
Christ.
3 and you're out. You're fucking fired, man. But yeah, like you just build shit and try to outplay the other guy. But I don't know. I always like PUBG better.
PUBG
my
was pretty
shit.
sick. I mean, when they were playing it on the mobile, it was pretty fun. But that shit kills your battery, and it's such a fucking waste of time because you can just play it anywhere.
We play that shit at work so much.
Yeah, and just wasted so much time.
Yeah.
Have you seen any trailers for that game that's coming out? It's the dude who used to do. Have you ever played any of the Metal Gear Solids?
No, actually.
No? Those were great. I played them a lot when I was younger. I can't remember. I think I played the most recent one, but it's the creator of all the Metal Gear games. But he left that company and he's going to do a game with the guy from The Walking Dead.
Okay.
I forget, Norman Reedus or some shit. But it looks like a weird ass fucking game. Like you carry around a baby in this tube and shit, and it looks really weird. You'll have to watch it. Death Stranding, I think.
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. Yeah.
Okay.
I have no fucking idea what it's going to be about. There's a trailer which makes it even more confusing. So I guess it looks like it's going to be sick just based on the graphics.
Cool.
And you're like, well, maybe.
So we don't know what it's about, but everybody go check out Death Stranding.
Check out the trailer and fucking come.
Shameless plug for a game we don't even know about.
We have no idea, and they're not going to give us any money.
No.
Nobody's going to even give a fuck about it. So.
It'd be hilarious if, like, 6 months from now, they heard about this podcast and they're like, oh man, that's where all the money came from.
We appreciate the one buy that you guys made between the two of you. We just wanted to buy one copy and share it.
It was us. We bought it.
Yeah, we did it just to look cool.
Wow.
And then they got, I don't know if you're into Star Wars, but
oh yeah,
have you seen the Jedi, what is it, Last Jedi, Fallen Jedi, something fucking
like the new
Jedi?
game?
Yeah.
I forget the name of it, but yeah, I saw
it looks
some shit
really
for it at
good.
E3.
Yeah, it looks really good. So I'm excited for that. You get to actually be a Jedi. And they said they don't have any DLCs or none of that bullshit.
Okay.
So you don't have to pay.
They're
for
learning.
extra stuff. Yeah. I mean, I don't get, like, why you should have to pay. You buy the game once. Why? Like, just put it all out there. You shouldn't have to pay for extra shit. That's stupid.
Or if you're going to pay for extra shit, make it, like, substantial.
Make it dope shit.
Like a serious addition to the game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, I want some dope shit for my extra money. I don't want to be running around with the same stupid shit. Like, you can play the last 5 minutes of the game with this extra sword. No, thank you.
Fucking great.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'd be better off doing something else.
No, anything else. No, the new Modern Warfare looks really good.
Ooh, yeah, good call. I'm like so back and forth on those games.
Yeah.
You play a lot of those games, though?
I don't know. I've played most of the Call of Duties, but I haven't gotten, like, excited for one in a really long time. But this looks good.
Yeah.
Because, like, the Modern Warfare series was my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah.
And they're, like, reimagining all of those. So it's, like, a lot of the same characters, but it's kind of like what Marvel does, like, in the comics. Like, they have different universes for it.
Right.
So it's kind of like a reboot retelling of that.
Okay. So it's just like this was one of the same stories, but just kind of a different way.
Yeah, they're just kind of, like, retelling the first Modern Warfare. It's going to be good.
That's going to be sick, yeah.
It's going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah. I like when they have cool games that, like, you like going back to games that were really cool at the time, but the technology wasn't great, and then redoing them. Like, I love reboots for games, especially.
Right.
I'm all for it. I think you should do as many games as you can because they're super fun.
Yeah.
I've been playing. I know it's an older game, but I just was playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Have you played that one?
I never actually played that one. I heard about it, and I was getting kind of excited for it, but I never picked it up.
Robot dinosaurs. Fucking
Oh, that's all you got to say, man.
Yeah.
Robot dinosaurs.
And it's hard. It's really hard. You got to, like, sneak around and shit, and you can't just run from place to place without these. You'll get hit by a pack of these fucking robot dinosaurs, and
Oh,
so
wow.
it's
And then
fun.
you fucked.
Yeah, it's an old game. Another plug for a game that's, like, not gonna ever give us any money.
Yeah. Everybody go check them out. It's
a good game.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, we're gonna talk about shit we like on the podcast.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
It's the first one. We're still working out all the kinks. I did record an episode. It went well. We did it in the cab of the truck. This one will record before it. But that was with Michael Millard Racing. So he.
Oh,
hooked it
yeah,
up.
you were telling me about that.
Yeah, so it went well. I actually, like, did a decent interview for, like, not knowing shit about the sport. So that'll
Nice.
be, yeah, so it'll be a cool little interview. And then we're going to do our shit each week as best we can. We can probably we can do it, like, via the phone too, right? I think you can hook up, like, and I can let you borrow the mic, I think. But we're going to try to get that out every week, and we'll talk about our favorite music picks of the week and shit.
Absolutely.
Where are we at for time? We can probably start talking about some music. So I guess, what have you been listening to over the summer? We'll start there just to kind of get a gauge of what's been on your fucking radar.
You know Travis Barker,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Drummer for Blink-182.
yes,
He did an EP with Suicide Boys.
yes.
Very good.
It was really good.
I really
'Cause
enjoyed that one.
you had told me about Suicide Boys back a while back, and I wasn't really sure about them. But then I listened to that EP, and that shit goes hard. That shit's a really good
Shit
movie.
slaps.
Yeah, it's really
Shit
good.
slaps.
Is all their shit like that?
Or
is
no,
it
that's a little different.
Is it more like...
Because they were going, I mean, some of the tracks on that EP, they sounded kind of like, a lot of what Suicide Boys does, just some, like, No, I don't want to call it like emo trap, but kind of like that, wavy, depressed, like washed out feel,
Right.
kind of trap music. And then some of the other ones on there were like almost like a punk vibe. You know what I mean? A lot of screaming vocals, heavy guitar, really fast drums. So some of it was kind of experimental for them, but it was all really good, I thought.
Yeah. I've been listening to, I just got into, I think I'm probably going to talk about these guys a million fucking times, but I don't care. Earth Gang. Have we talked about Earth Gang? And
Never heard of them.
Earth Gang and JID. I think
JID. I know JID.
So JID is on a long, is that how you say it? Or is it JID? It's JID, but I don't know if you pronounce it JID. It's very close to Jizz. I don't want to fuck up his name because I really do like him. He's dope. I think, yeah, he's he.
I don't know, man.
Whatever.
I like his music, but I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah, my bad. But his music's dope. And so he does a lot of shit with Earth Gang. And Earth Gang's like a hip-hop duo from Atlanta. They kind of sound like a cross between a bunch of different groups, but you should definitely check them out. They're fucking good. I think they have an album coming out. They were just on the Dreamville record.
Right on.
Which was like J. Cole's people. So, but I found out about them earlier in the summer, so that's I've been listening to a ton of that Earth Gang shit. And then did you listen to anything that came out this week?
No, I didn't actually.
No.
I came stacked with a whole bunch of stuff I've been listening to over the summer, but nothing new this week.
Let's hear it. Oh, you came prepared. So
I have nothing on the notepad.
What? You just were holding up the fucking notepad like you had a bunch of shit written down.
That's on my YouTube. I was going to take down Earth Gang so I can listen to them later.
Gang, yeah, definitely take that down.
Earth Gang.
Well, what's some of the shit you've been listening to? I know you can remember some of it.
Fat Nick's pretty good.
Fat Nick?
He's like associated with Suicide Boys and all those guys, like Fat Nick and Puya and Denzel Curry.
I know Denzel.
So yeah, they all know each other, kind of.
Okay.
They're kind of all in the same genre, but I don't know how to describe Fat Nick. It's kind of just like your standard trap music, but I don't know. I guess I can only call him basic. And I say that not in like a shitty way, but it's just like your standard run of the mill. Like I got my guns and my wrist on point shit.
It's just
kind of trap music.
Fun shit.
Yeah, but it's fun to listen to.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Denzel Curry too. I've been listening to him a lot.
I love Denzel Curry.
So I imagine you heard Clout Cobain.
Yeah.
That one.
Was that the name of the album or one of the songs? I listened to his album. I don't know any of the song names.
No, the album was Taboo.
No, I've listened to that one, but he just came out with another new album like a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
And I forget what it was called, but it was pretty good.
Did you hear the single Ricky?
Ricky, yeah.
Ricky's really
that
good.
album. Yeah. I really liked that. He was in town with, I think, Billie Eilish or somebody. And I was like, I wanted to go see it, but it's sold out.
Oh, yeah.
But he's dope.
I forget what event that was supposed to be, but I was going to get tickets for that, but did it happen already? Or is it about?
No, yeah, it already happened. Yeah.
Okay, because Suicide Boys are playing at the WAMU here in a couple days, and
fuck,
I got
the WAMU.
I got tickets to that instead of Denzel Curry, but
you should say fuck the WAMU.
I mean, yeah, kind
I'm
of.
just kidding. Just don't smoke weed. Don't be an idiot
No.
like me. No,
I went to
such a fucking bullshit move to kick me out of that.
I went to Resolution there.
Yeah.
For 2019 New Year's. And for anybody that doesn't know, it's just like a big EDM event. They call it Resolution. A bunch of DJs come. And I'm standing in line for security, waiting to get in. And I'm just kind of looking around, hanging out. And I see this guy and his girlfriend come like running out into the street. She's yelling about something, and he's like chasing her down, like trying to get her to stop. And I don't know if she was running from him or if she was just fucked up and started freaking out. But I guess the cops thought he was trying to pull something. So the two cops just run up, and two cops in WAMU security run up and just fucking tackle this guy, take him to the ground. He gets put in cuffs. And I'm just like, oh, that's none of my business. Not getting involved with that. But No, they don't fuck around there, man.
WAMU Theater ain't nothing to fuck with.
Ain't nothing to fuck with, dude. Fuck the Wu-Tang.
Yeah, it's
WAMU.
WAMU. Well, don't say fuck the Wu-Tang.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you can't say fuck the
Remember
Wu-Tang.
what happened when Action Bronson said some shit about Ghostface Killer?
Yeah, they weren't too happy about it.
Yeah, I respect the Wu-Tang. I wouldn't ever say fuck Wu-Tang.
No, I redact that. I take it all
we
back.
might actually edit that shit out of the podcast. Fucking. So today I was going to stop at the weed shop, and I was going through a town. I'm not going to say the town name because I don't want to embarrass them, because this was kind of embarrassing for them. Well, I don't know. This might have been my fault, but I'll let you tell me whether this is my fault. You're a less experienced driver than me, but so I took a left to go pull onto this street. It was a main street, and the only parking spots were available were parallel parking. I had to parallel park and to get into it. So I pull over next to a car to park, and I look in my rearview mirror and I see a lady on a bike, and I realize I'm in the bike lane, but I'm also parallel parking, and there's cars coming up right on the side of me, giving me no room.
Mm-hmm.
So this lady, instead of stopping and just kind of putting her bike down, and mind you, I just started a biker gang at this hippie festival. So
you ain't nothing.
I know how to ride a fucking bike.
Of course.
You put 2 feet, but I can do anything with two wheels beneath my legs, So this lady's just embarrassing the sport and the profession, and I've been doing it all of one weekend. So, for me, it was just kind of, it hit me right in my core when she did that.
Seriously,
so
dude, that was pretty offensive of her.
So karma hits her.
Yeah.
For fucking being an offensive douchebag, and she falls over. Yeah. I see her just go topple over behind me. Yeah. And I'm like, shit, is she okay? Like, I don't want to just have it, because then I have to back up too. So I'm like, is she okay? Can she get the fuck out of my way so I can pull into this spot, because I have shit to do? And then be like, I don't want to be that asshole, like, who knocked a biker over. So I park my car, and I look, and I have the backup camera, and so I could see her on the ground.
You don't even have to get out.
Yeah. And she's like trying to get up, but she's fine. You can see her giving the thumbs up. So I'm like, okay, she's good. And she just kind of went on her way. But I'm like, I don't know what the whole town. And there was people parked right behind me. I had my blinker on. I signaled my intention. I had the reverse light on, ready to go. There was cars parked behind me. She was behind me. I have no idea what was going on. I mean, was I in the wrong? I was doing the right thing, right?
I think you're good.
Yeah. It's just that stupid ass fucking town.
It's fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah. I mean,
fuck that town.
Yeah, and ride a bike. If you're going to embarrass the
the
sport of bicycling, which I've been doing for all of 48 hours, and I gave up on, then you better fucking do it right.
Dude,
that's all I'm saying.
there's just no point for you to pursue it. You were the best already. Like, there was nowhere to go.
I gave it up.
You gave it up.
I had to leave that life behind me.
Dude, I mean, so Donald Trump's president, right? And that's pretty wacky, But can you imagine? I was thinking about this today. Can you imagine if you had President Hawk, right?
Hawk?
President Tony Hawk.
President Tony Hawk,
and he's doing sick kick flips on the half pipe out in front of the White House.
I mean,
I think that'd be pretty all right. I could live with that.
I would be cool with the President Tony Hawk. We should maybe write him in.
Yeah.
Should we write in Tony Hawk?
Tony Hawk.
And there would be pro skaters every year. There'd be a new pro skater game.
Oh, yeah.
Those games are fucking dope.
Yeah.
They ever played a pro skater game?
I played all of them, dude.
They're amazing.
Pro Skater 5, pretty good.
I'll take a new pro skater game and Tony Hawk 2020.
Yeah. Dude, that's like his campaign platform. A new pro skater every year.
I can't believe I've never thought about that before.
Dude, big brain plays right there.
But you got to win the Donald Trump people over. How do you get the Trump people to go from Trump to Tony Hawk?
See, that's the real question. That's where we're going to have to really do some thinking.
If we can solve that, I think we can fix the country, because everybody's so divided. You just bring everybody together over Tony Hawk.
Everybody can get behind Tony Hawk.
I really can get behind this idea.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad. We started off a little slow, but I feel like this is fucking worth it. I thought the Wu-Tang story was gonna be the bread and butter
highlight
for
of this
show,
one,
but and this is a real reaction. I'm not. This is an honest to God reaction. I'm a little high, but
but it still counts.
He would just he would just be on the half pipe doing ollies and kick flips and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, how many fucking people could I jump over? How many fucking buses can I jump over? Boom.
Dude, detention camps? Fucking never heard of him.
He would be skating on that shit. He'd be grinding on the fences.
Dude, he'd be putting skate parks in every town. Like,
Yeah.
make America skate again. Make America great again. Make America skate again, man.
Have you been thinking of that slogan?
Dude, I thought of it earlier today.
You did?
I thought of it when I was on my way to the gym today.
That's funny.
Because I was looking up skateboarding shit. I was like, and I said it like to myself exactly the way I said it to you. It's pretty crazy that Donald Trump's president, but Tony Hawk, that'd be even crazier. It'd be better.
That would be fucking... Man, that just blew my mind
Yeah.
quick. I didn't even that was not even on my radar. Tony Hawk 2020.
Itty Bitty Podcast, changing the world, man.
The Itty Bitty Podcast.
It's going to spread from right here.
It's anything but.
It's anything but, dude.
Fuck, man. Tony Hawk for president. Doing ollies, kicks, flips.
Sick grinds.
Who would his vice president be, though? Would you go somebody skateboard related, or would you go like, what's that fucking dude's name? The snowboarding guy, Sean
White.
Sean White.
That's
Or
his
is that-
name, right?
Well, yeah,
Dude, I got to look it up.
it's definitely Sean White. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. But yeah, you couldn't have two white guys. It would have to be Tony Hawk, and who could be? Because I mean, you'd have to have a. I mean Donald Trump and Mike Pence. So yeah, you could have two white guys for sure. So yeah, I guess you could go with Sean White.
And Sean White's
But
ginger.
he's
Has
yeah,
there
you
ever been
can't-
a ginger
no.
in the office?
Yeah, that ruins it right there, dude. And that's not me. That's just America.
That's just the
'cause
rules.
2019 is we haven't come that far
Yeah,
yet.
I know.
Maybe
Maybe
we're tolerant of a lot of shit, but gingers just haven't. And that's not me. That's America.
it's just we live in a society, man.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit,
Bullshit, if you ask
honestly.
me. But who would you say would be their Tony Hawk's
If we
vice
can't-
president?
If we can't have Sean White, I don't know. Is what's his name? Fuck. Why can't I think of it? Ken Block. Is Ken Block radical enough to keep up with Tony Hawk?
I don't know who the fuck Ken Block is.
The drift racer, Ken Block. He does all like the Hoonigan brand.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's his whole deal.
Yeah, I'm supposed to. Well, I did interview a race car driver. I've said that already, so you
Yeah.
can see how well that probably went. So
It really stuck with
if you want to listen to me embarrass, oh no, I'm supposed to appear on his show too. We'll see. I don't know if that's still going on.
He has a show too.
He's got a stream. He does like a stream. So,
Oh,
yeah.
like a Twitch stream. Or
yeah.
what's his Twitch? Plug him.
I don't know if it's a Twitch. It's on his Facebook. It's just Michael Millard Racing. So
Okay.
I'll just. And if I have to edit that out, I'll fucking edit it out.
Yeah.
We'll
I'm sure
pretend
he'd
that we're
appreciate the
talking about
publicity.
conspiracies.
But-
Ooh, speaking of conspiracies.
Oh, hit
Have
me with
you-
it.
Nah, it's not a conspiracy. I was just gonna ask. I mean, obviously, you've heard about these fucking idiots with. I almost said Ocean's 11. Area 51.
Dude, I've been getting behind that meme a little bit. I haven't put going on any of those because I don't want the ATF coming to my house
Oh,
and
right.
kick the fucking door in.
Do you think they would do that? Though?
I don't think they'd really do that. It's funny to think about though.
Would you
but-
actually go?
Yeah, I'd go. Not to storm Area 51. I'm not going to go fucking volunteer to die.
Right.
Get tested
Just let
on
the
by
first
government
wave
weapons.
go.
No, not even that. Because there's a little cafe outside of like a road pretty close to like where it leads up to Area 51. It's called the Little Ailey Inn. Punny.
They're definitely government agents.
Yeah, right. They get all the hippies in there talking about Area 51 and the aliens and shit. Those are the spies. Fucking yeah. You're
That
thinking?
shit's wild though. So who came up with that shit? I haven't. I was in the woods for the whole weekend. I came back, and I missed the whole Area 51 thing.
I was just on Facebook one day and I saw a couple memes about it, and then the rest of the day I kept seeing more and more and more, and that was like a few
I was
days
like,
ago.
Fuck it, we're going to
Yeah.
Area 51.
I don't know who started it, but they're just like, if we had, I think the first one I saw was like, if we had 250,000 of us, there's no way they could kill all of us. And I'm like, what? Okay, yeah. I mean, I started thinking about it. I was like, man, how many people could they kill that fast? Like, if they really tried, like they're launching all the weapons.
I mean, it would be pretty loud.
Yeah, right.
Unless you just came in with suppressors.
I mean, like even if they just started scrambling jets, like Area 51 is like, I don't want to say it is an Air Force base because I don't know if it's an actual, like the Air Force owns it.
Right.
But they do aircraft testing there.
What if they have like one of those just giant flash things like in Men in Black where it just fucking
Wipes your memory.
yeah,
Or
and
just
then you
like-
just forget real quick?
You're like, what the fuck?
Would that be would that be worse than like dying? Because, I mean, you wouldn't remember shit, I guess. Well, it depends on how bad it was or how bad it scrambled your brain.
Right.
What if they turned it up too high and you're just your brain is just mush? You're like,
vegetable for life.
yeah.
Dude, that'd be terrible.
Fuck. I mean,
but
maybe I would go stay just to see the aftermath, like see all the like none of these people. Well, then what would happen if you're at the inn and you're like, I see all these people going, they don't come back. They're gonna be like, well, we got to get rid of the witnesses. They're coming to that inn and they're gonna fucking get you.
Well, that's what I was
thinking. The old lady behind the counter, she's gonna take her mask off and she's gonna be in fucking Men in Black, and
it's gonna be Will Smith actually, with himself.
Or Chris Hemsworth is the new one, isn't it?
Oh, is he? Oh, I didn't. Yeah, he is. I didn't see that one.
See it. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but Will Smith is my only.
But that's what I was talking about. Like, just show up at the little alien, have something to eat, have a drink, and just kind of hang out with anybody who shows up. You know, realistically,
take a little bit of acid. See what happens.
Take a little bit of acid.
You wouldn't know what happened.
No,
they'd be.
They wouldn't even have to kill you. Yeah, just like, and you forget.
Yeah, you've already forgotten. You forget where you are right now.
No, you want to know what's retarded about the whole thing? I don't know if I can say it. Alex Jones can say retarded.
Use the R word.
But okay, wait, where was I going with that? What's retarded about? Now I'm retarded. No, okay, I got it.
You just ramped it up. You went from 1 to 3 times in the matter of 2 seconds.
I got it back.
Okay.
So, Area 51.
Okay.
It's real famous. You know, it's been in a bunch of movies and video games and shit. People have been talking about it for years. Even if it is a top secret government base, anything that's like really, really secret, like world-changingly secret, they're not going to have it there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go there and get the aliens and clap them cheeks, dude. No, you're not. Not finding any alien cheeks to clap there.
Wait, what? You're going to clap alien cheeks? What is that?
That's been a whole big part of the meme. Because they're like, not only are we going to storm Area 51, but everybody's coming out with an alien. Everybody gets an alien.
Oh, you just get
and some people are in it to clap them cheeks.
Clap them cheeks? Does that mean slap their butts or something?
That means, you know, get in there and get some.
Oh, you're trying to fuck the aliens? Wait, you're trying to fuck the aliens or other people?
Not me specifically, but that's been
Aren't the aliens supposed to fuck you though? Isn't that part of the whole thing?
Not when you're rescuing them from Area 51. You know what I'm saying? Like if they abducted you, then yeah, that's the proper etiquette. Is they get you, but not when you pull them out of a top secret government.
Tony
base.
Hawk 2020, and now this, and now this. You get to fuck an alien. I don't know if I mean, if we joined like an intergalactic, like union type thing, you know, like if everybody was like, if we were part of a big, like basically like the UN for space.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, well now here's all these other species of aliens, and you know, you guys are gonna coexist now, and I mean, I guess at some point you'd be fucking an alien, so
yeah, eventually.
Why not? I mean, well, it's kind of fucked up if you're like, hey, I'm gonna rescue you, but now you're my sex slave. But you know,
well, you know, I mean, that's how it'll start.
There's gonna be aliens rights activists that you're gonna have in the
exactly
law groups. And
at first, you can just kind of.
I don't think you're just gonna clap cheeks. Did I say it right?
Yeah, there you go.
I did.
Clapping cheeks. Yeah, there you,
right,
you got it.
I don't want to fuck that shit up. I'm 30 years old. I can't be fucking up my slang.
Yeah. No, but I don't know. Area 51. I'll show up.
I'll show up.
I'll get my ticket.
All right. Well, I mean,
but if I'm going, you're going. We have to podcast from Area
the alien.
Yep, little alien.
Oh, jeez, man. I don't know if that would be a good idea.
You know,
we'd be picking up all this feedback, be like, where the fuck is that coming from?
Government's listening in.
Nothing.
Yeah, you hear in the headphones, shh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's with our luck that we'd get like some fucking channel, and then we'd have to be on the run from the middle of the desert from fucking, I don't know. That just went off the rails. That thought just went off the rails. I smoked too much pot. Again, this is our first episode, so
I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, for our first real episode.
I think we were like limping along, and then you brought up Tony Hawk 2020, and I think we're going to get a lot of people on board with that idea.
Yeah.
I don't care if you like skateboarding. That's just a good idea.
He's just a good guy.
I mean, I've never heard a bad thing about Tony Hawk.
And he's not too old. I mean, Donald Trump's in his fucking 70s. Tony Hawk's in his 50s, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Something like that. Tony Hawk could do it. He's seen enough of the world. He knows what's going on.
Donald Trump would come out, try to talk shit, say some shit about Tony Hawk, and Tony Hawk would just look at him like, okay.
Like, all right, dude.
They'd wheel out a fucking half pipe, and he'd just fucking jump over.
Oh, shit!
My wife just scared the fuck out of me. That was like a genuine reaction, dude.
Oh, I thought you were just getting all hyped up about Tony Hawk.
Dude,
No, there she is.
Yeah, dude, that scared the fucking shit out of me. Oh my god.
Oh, that's so good. Knowing that was genuine. That's real.
Why are you in the back? My wife is in the backyard. Hold on, let me pause this shit.
That's amazing.
Jesus Christ. All right, and we're back in.
Okay, we're good.
Man. That just scared the shit out of me. Okay, I apologize for fucking screaming and bringing the levels all the way up. I'll try to fix that. But so basically what happened, we'll get back to Tony Hawk fucking 360 and over Donald Trump in a second. What happened was I told my wife, because we were podcasting and doing the first podcast, I was joking, but I forgot to tell her that I was joking. And I said that I would leave the back door open, but I didn't leave the back door open. No. So she was at the window, and when I was, in the middle of talking, I looked over, and it scared the absolute shit
just seeing
out of
her
me.
face there in the dark.
No, I didn't
just
see
out
her
of
face.
nowhere.
I just saw her pointing at me. I saw her hand pointing through the darkness, and I thought it was mine at first. And then I moved it, and it was just still pointing. That scared the fuck out of me. So I screamed. I was like, "Oh shit!" So that's why that happened. But anyway, so yeah, Donald Trump tried to talk shit to Tony Hawk.
Okay. So.
And boom, half pipe comes out, and then which trick does he do? Which trick does Tony Hawk do to fucking just shut him up?
Dude, I think he could do anything, really. So like the way I picture it is like, so in the last election, anybody that would try to talk shit to Donald Trump, he would just kind of talk shit louder over them, and then he'd win. He'd do that to Tony Hawk, but Tony Hawk wouldn't even say anything. Like Donald Trump would say something, and then like as soon as his statement's over, Tony Hawk would just kind of look at him, look at the crowd, and look back at Trump, and fucking do a kickflip real quick, and the crowd would just go fucking nuts.
Right? He would just amp it up each time. The first one would be just the regular ollie.
Yeah.
Then a kickflip. And then he would just ramp it up. He'd do a little grind.
Shove it.
Yeah. And then he'd bring out the half pipe. And he'd be like, do you have any closing statements? Yeah. And then he would just say, yeah, that would be it. And
waves in the half pipe. Fucking gets up on top, drops
fireworks.
Fireworks
Bald
are
eagle,
going off. Red,
American
white, and blue,
flag.
fucking everything. He'd win.
He would.
It'd be 100% landslide vote.
What would his policies be, though?
I don't know, man. Fucking, I mean, he'd run on "Make America Skate Again." That'd be the slogan. People would meme that so hard.
Make America skate again. I mean,
but his actual policies, foreign policy, he'd just go to fucking other countries. He'd fly over there, have lunch, and skate with them. And they'd be like, all right, cool. Like, this guy's pretty cool. America must be all right. And then it'd be world peace.
He would kickflip. He'd go to Korea and kickflip over the little line there.
Kickflip over the DMZ. Mm-hmm. Like, Donald Trump was the first sitting president to walk over it.
Tony Hawk kickflip it. Kickflip it. Oh, fuck. I'm fucking up my words now. Kickflip it.
He'd drop a half pipe right on the DMZ. One half of the half pipe would be north, one half would be south, and he'd fucking skate it.
That'd be impressive. I'd watch that.
He's got my vote. I'm writing him in now. I've decided.
I think that I'm going to have to do that as well. But I think I'm going to have to hear some policies. Did the cherry just fall out?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to hear some policies, though.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to sound, at least.
I don't want to be irresponsible. I mean, at the end of the day. What are your policies?
I don't want to be irresponsible. I'm voting a pro skater in the office, but I don't
That's right. He is a pro. All right, he's got my vote again. He's a pro skater.
Yeah,
he's got me.
I
forgot about pro skater every year. I forgot we talked about that. Yeah, he's got me on board again. Even though we don't know who is vice president. Who is vice president?
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. I don't know.
It would have to be somebody like Bam Margera or Steve-O.
Dude, Bam Margera. It's kind of sad. No, well, he's a recovered alcoholic last time I checked, but he got real fat and started drinking a lot. But that's because Ryan Dunn died. Like, they were best friends, and he just went downhill.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Way to bring down the mood. You brought us up with the Tony Hawk thing, and then you're like, yeah, remember when Ryan Dunn died and Bam Margera became a sad tragedy? Speaking of sad tragedies, remember Sum 41?
Yeah.
So that guy was like a hot mess for a while. And
yeah, I thought he had like a disease or something. Like, he got sick.
Did he? Is that what happened?
I don't
Am I
know.
just an asshole? I thought he was like on drugs. I don't know. He didn't look good.
I don't remember. It
But
was one of
anyway.
the two or both.
But anyway, they have an album that just came out. Like
Really?
Yeah, yesterday.
Huh.
So I listened to that. It wasn't my favorite album of the week, but it was decent. They had a couple, like one too many songs about Donald Trump, and I'm not a Donald Trump fan by any means, but
It just gets
it's-
old.
Yeah, it's like one's enough. You don't need two. Like I got it in the first one. I got it.
Like when Eminem did one.
Yeah, it's like I got it on the first one. But in Eminem's defense, I mean, he did one about George Bush too, so that's always been his thing. But
That's true.
yeah,
You got me there.
yeah, gotcha. So
Shut my shit down.
but like yeah, so it was good. But and then Nas had an album out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Lost Tapes too, which I purchased because they had an ad that came out, and it was like, yeah, you can cop the new Nas album today for
Nice.
for whatever amounts. I bought it.
Like
and-
digital, or did you buy like?
Yeah,
an
they
actual-
said digital download, and then I bought it, and all it was the cover art.
Oh shit.
And then I emailed them, and they're like, "Oh, sorry for the confusion, but yeah, you don't get the album until it releases on the 19th." I'm like, "Well, I get it for free with the shit that I already paid for."
Yeah.
So thanks. So I paid for that,
So thanks. Great.
and then I paid for Inspected Deck had an album come out from Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, nice.
So my Wu-Tang depression was kind of healed a little bit because
It's getting better.
yeah, and I
day
actually
by day.
liked the Inspected Deck album better than the Nas album. That's my hot take of the week. I thought
Oh,
it was a
hot
little
take.
bit better. But what else have you been listening to this summer?
What else have I been listening to? Man, let me check my YouTube again.
I'll try to fill some air while you do that.
Well, it's weird because like I've got all these songs I listen to like every day, but
Mhm.
whenever anyone asks me like, oh, what songs have you been listening to, I just draw a blank every time.
Right.
I don't know why I do it.
Chance the Rapper had a new album come out a couple weeks ago. That was good. He had two. He had like and he went from like rapping about Jesus and shit to like one of the albums is called Acid Rap. And
Yeah,
then
that's the
other one,
only one that I know.
Yeah, and then he had another one that came out the same week, and I forget what it was called, but it was not about Jesus.
It was not about Jesus.
Yeah, he took a turn. I don't know.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
So it's good. Yeah,
'Cause-
I mean, I liked his first albums too.
I never really followed him.
It was good. I
Right.
mean, it's good, like, feel good music. You can slide it into a playlist and not have it get shut off by some white people, You can get away with it sometimes.
Some fucking chads at the barbecue.
Yeah, You're supposed to be looking up your music.
I
What are you-
am.
I'm trying to fill some air here. We were doing so well until my wife scared the fucking shit out of me. Jesus.
I
Christ.
don't know. I've been listening to Drake a bit more.
Drake. Does he have? He just had that new album because Toronto won, huh?
I haven't even been listening to like the new Drake
Oh.
because like I never really got into Drake
Vintage
until
great Drake.
recently. And so like,
So Far Gone, Drake.
well,
Or after
I
that?
was at a strip club in Idaho,
Oh, yeah.
and I was there with one of our mutual friends, and we're in there, and it's like me and him, and like this old married couple across the bar, and we're chilling, and we got one girl in front of us, and we're giving her a couple bucks up on the table there, and he pays for a private dance. And I hear Hotline Bling come on in there. I'm like, oh man, he's getting it in there. All right, he's getting his money's worth. And he comes out and he's like, man, best lap dance ever. Hotline Bling was on. I was like, oh yeah, I heard it. So we listened to Drake like all the way back from Idaho.
Nice.
So we checked out like, yeah, Hotline Bling's a great one.
I like So Far Gone. His first album and then the second album really good. I forget what the second album was called, but that was like when I was like 21, 22, I think was when I was bumping fucking Drake, and his shit was dope.
Drake.
Now I'm not so much. Like his new shit's alright, but
He's been putting out music for a while, hasn't he?
I actually dressed as the Hotline Bling Drake for like I didn't do blackface or anything. I'm not an idiot.
Hey,
I
Robert
just
Downey Jr. did it. He
Yeah.
pulled it off.
I wouldn't do it. I'm not an idiot.
They shouldn't do that.
And I'm brown, so I like.
Oh, come
I'm
on.
barely brown, but like I'm technically brown. So like, but I wouldn't do it still. That was my point. Like I still wouldn't do it.
But I had these pants that looked like the ones he wore in the video, and then I just wore like a sweater.
Yeah.
And so when people would be like, "Who are you?" I'd just say, "I'm Hotline Bling Drake," and I'd do the fucking dance.
I was gonna say start doing the
That was
dance.
it, yeah, that was how you would know. So that was like a creative way to not wear blackface. So again, Itty Bitty Podcast, changing the world one
changing
thing
the
at a
world,
time.
man. We're so progressive.
Yeah. Tony
Starting
Hawk
the
2020.
revolution on this
Make
podcast.
America skate again. Did I say it right?
Make America skate again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
I did. I thought I did. But yeah, so there's been a lot of fucking good music out this summer. It's just started to get ramped up. I heard somebody's got a new album coming out, but I can't remember who it was. So that doesn't really help anybody.
Yeah, no, that was. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about that. You really dropped the ball there, dude.
Yeah,
Putting it on you.
I don't know what to tell you.
I've been listening to old music recently, like old G-funk music, like
What's G-funk music?
like Dr. Dre's The Chronic,
The Chronic,
like that whole album,
or The Chronic 2001.
No, The Chronic,
The Chronic.
like the OG Chronic.
Okay. Listen to Tribe Called Quest.
You know, you've told me about them, but I never really listened to them.
Yeah, you should just go listen to. You can listen to any of their old shit, and you will definitely like it.
Yeah.
If you've been listening to like old shit, you should start
Okay.
with some Tribe. Yeah,
Dude,
their
classic.
new shit's still good.
Classic. I forget. I can never remember if it's called Regulate or Regulators.
Warren G.
But Warren G and Nate Dogg. That's a classic song.
Regulators, mount up. There was a time when like I couldn't go to a party without having to request that song, and then I think back and I'm like, that was probably fucking really annoying.
Yeah.
I still do it though. Actually, I said there's a time. It's still now.
It's
The time.
it's actually every time you go to the bar.
It's every time. Hey, do you have regulators?
And it's like, oh yeah, you bet.
But there's another Warren G song. What's the other one? I only know a couple of his songs, but This DJ is another good Warren G song. If you've not heard of it, This DJ. So look that one up.
Honestly, Regulators, only Warren G song I know.
I'm telling you, this DJ. Look that shit up
This
and you'll
DJ.
like it. Yeah. I know way too much old shit.
You ever listen to Two Live Crew?
Sometimes I used to, like when I was like discovering new shit, like new hip hop way back in the day. I would listen to like Run DMC and all the old shit, like Sugar Hill Gang and Two Live Crew.
Sugar Hill Gang.
I tried to listen to it all.
Nice.
And then, yeah, but I had Two Live Crew a little bit.
I never like got into Two Live Crew, but I just thought it was weird because out of all the people to tell me about Two Live Crew, it was my mom. And my mom's just, a super white mom, but she was like, "Oh yeah, you like rap music? Check out Two Live Crew." Like, Mom,
Weren't
what
they
the
like?
fuck?
They were like the first ones to be considered like obscene, I think, because of their.
Yeah,
they
I think
had,
that was
like,
kind of their whole
girls-
deal.
Their girls shaking their asses in their video, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Probably jerked off to one of their music videos.
Back in the day.
Yeah, for sure. I probably definitely did. I say probably, but yeah, definitely.
But definitely, yeah.
Yeah. What about Naughty by Nature? They were kind of in the same vein. They were a little bit later, but like OPP. You know what OPP is?
Mm-mm.
I think it's other people's property or pussy. I can never. It's either
Those are
other-
two very different
It's
things.
either other people's pussy or other people's property.
Mm.
If you want to send an email to the ittybittypodcast.com, there's a way to send it through the website, ittybittypodcast.com, or Perry at ittybittypodcast.com.
Nice.
But it's either other people's pussy or other people's property. My wife might know, but I don't know. I can ask her. But
I don't know.
it's
Either
one
way.
of the two. Somebody knows, let me know, because I know it's one of the two.
But pretty good.
Yeah, Naughty
Nice.
by Nature. If you
Nice.
don't like that, if you don't know if you're looking for old shit to listen to, yeah.
Mm.
We're supposed to talk about new shit, but we can talk about old shit, dude.
Hey,
We'll talk
Choice
about
Nugs
whatever.
Only, dude.
Only the Choice Nugs, too.
Old or new, only the Choice Nugs.
Choice Nugs only.
There you go.
Boom. We're gonna have stickers available too.
Oh, yeah.
For purchase, $350.
$350 a sticker. How big are they going to be?
3x3,
Okay.
and it'll have the logo, the one that we did with the two of us, and then the other logo. That logo came out sick. If you haven't seen
It
the
re-
logo, I wish I knew the person's name that did it.
The
I
one
wanna-
of the two of us?
both of them, but the second one, yeah, the final draft of the one of the two of us came out really good.
Nice.
So I think that's, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I was really happy with it.
So buy our stickers. Put them on your computer.
I'm gonna slap
Put
them
'em
on
on your
some
car.
handicap spots. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't think that's our audience though. Maybe
No.
I can slap them on like people's asses.
Dude,
So
you
if
sure
I
could.
fucking-
Go to the club and fucking bang. Talk about advertisement.
All right. Well, do we have any other music that we want to talk about before we start finishing up the podcast here?
I don't know, man. How far in are we?
At this point, we're about an hour and 10 minutes or so. I mean, the stop kind of fucked me up.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna put in an intro and an outro and maybe some sound effect. No, I'm not gonna put sound effects. I'm just joking. I don't have that technology. That shit escapes me. But I don't know. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to talk about before we finished up. But there's no other.
Can't think of any big shit.
So I guess we'll finish.
I think it's been a pretty good one.
Yeah, we'll finish there, and eventually, we'll get them a little bit longer. And maybe it's the perfect length, but I will see you guys next week. And bye.
All right, and that's a wrap on the first episode of the Itty Bitty Podcast. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to the first episode. I mean, it's going to be rough for a little while, but I appreciate anybody who's taken the time to check it out. If you want to help us out, check us out on social media at Itty Bitty Podcast is our Twitter. And then the Choice Nugs one is just Choice Nugs Only at Choice Nugs Only. Instagram, Choice Nugs Only and Itty Bitty Podcast, and then we've got the Facebook pages, so just search that. Don't be lazy. As well as our website, ittybittypodcast.com. And don't forget to download, rate, and review, and subscribe to our shows too. So thank everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.